Well, I'm back at it, y'all. I got this metal detector yesterday for 65 bucks. This is one of the first ones I had when I moved to Tennessee. And the very first one I had only had two little buttons. It didn't have the digital readout or nothing like that. But and it had the little headphone plug. But you can see the difference of the two here. This is most modern, up to date, and that's the kind of like the one before that one, you know. But anyway, you can see the coils are a little bit different and everything. I think they do the same thing. But with this one right here, you get a more of a concise little beep, beep, beep thing, when it gets to it. And you can notch it out with your finger, when you're holding on to it. But now with this, it's a little bit different. It's got a little bit more intricate stuff going on here in the Land Ranger Pro. This is a Quick Draw number 2, and this is a Land Ranger Pro, of course. Kind of a little bit different. But I think the Quick Draw Pro is kind of looks just like the Land Ranger Pro, the design, the layout and stuff. But there's a lot of things I like about this right here, because the sensitivity you can just turn up, and the discrimination you just turn instead of pushing a button, making your thumb sore. And with this right here, it shows you the depth in inches, I guess, how deep it is based on the sensitivity. Here, right here, on this one, it just shows you bars. So there's a lot to like about the older model bounty hunters, and there's a lot to like about the newer models. And I'm gonna go out here and do a little bit of metal detecting and see what I can find. I just decided to keep on all metal. I can discriminate myself. I don't need the machine to do it for me. But I was out here last year before the pandemic hit, and as soon as this car goes by, I'm gonna kind of show you what I found last year. If you can see that right over there, it's been sitting on this brick about over a year, so this glass right here, feel that too. But anyway, I have to cut the video short because I gotta go to the bathroom, But we'll show a little bit more of the metal detectors here in a little bit. Man, I didn't find nothing. I was trying to find something with this metal detector, but I couldn't really find what I wanted to. I had to take a bathroom break, and then my ankle was hurting, so kind of bail out. And the thing with this, you see, is it kind of does this, but with this, I got more. See, it's got an ascending, descending type of tone to it. I only wish this had that and that, but the tone's great. And I wished the depth would be in inches and stuff like this is. But sometimes it's not 4 inches or 2 inches, whatever. It's usually more shallower than that, depending on how thick the grass is, how far you got the coil up. And another thing I like about this is that when you come across an piece of iron, you can notch it out, or you can do the auto notch, discriminate in all metal. And the little push button things you can push with your thumb. Here you got to kind of push them pretty hard with this, but if the two kind of would have combined a little bit better, that'd be great. But they're not going to do that. That's not what it says. But it would be great to have some features on here that this one has. But I'm sure there are things out there that are way better than bounty hunters, But I don't think there's something wrong with either one of them. But maybe somebody would like this better than they would this, or this better than they would like that. Who knows? Maybe that's why they have 2 or 3 different kinds. One day they feel like using this, one day they feel like using that. They might use a Garrett, they might use an AXT, or what do you call that thing. But anyway, maybe it's not a good idea to have them on at the same time. Anyway, they both do a good job, but I think I'm just going to stick with this a little bit better, a little bit more rather than I would with this one. Because the escalating, de-escalating tones, when you get close to something, like this right here, if you you got it all metal. Let's overload there. So when you get close to something, it's a and the other goes beep, beep, beep. All it does is just beep. And the reason why I like that one because, well, you know, you get into close to something other that kind of gives you that tone on all metal. And so you can kind of get the feeling, okay, well, if I stay on top of it, it's going to give a good tone, but you get away from it, kind of tone kind of goes lower and lower. The closer you get to it, the higher the tone gets. As opposed to that, all that does is beep, beep, beep. And the iron, it just got a low beep to it. Higher metals, they have like a real shrill type of louder beep to it, you know. But kind of like this right here. Let's try this. So, point. See, all it does is beep. That's all it does. Says it's zinc. I think there's a nickel down there or something. There's a nickel up here. Oh, it used to be. Maybe not it off. I don't know. Anyway, I think you get the point.